It's time for the Sunday edition of the State Water Heaters Short Track Spotlight, brought to you by State Water Heaters. Find out more at statewaterheaters.com. And it's my pleasure to welcome into the Sirius Hotline 19-year-old David Polenz from Patenburg, New Jersey. David, racing in the NASCAR late model division at Old Dominion Speedway, which is a .37-mile paved oval in Manassas, Virginia. Placed second at the track in points in 2009 and 2010. Listen to this record for 2010 before I get to David. I want to point this one out. In 20 starts, this 19-year-old young man, 1 win, 17 top 5s, and 1 other top 10. So 18 top 10 finishes, including 17 top 5s and a win in 20 starts. That is a phenomenal record, David, and welcome to the show. Welcome to Front Stretch. You are definitely a man who's got a great future ahead of you. Tell us a little bit about your racing career and where you're at right now and where you hope to go.
Hey, Jerry, thank you. That was a great introduction there. And my plans for the 2011 season is going to be running at Old Dominion for the full season, going for that championship. We've been second place 2 years straight, and we really need to come out with a championship this year, so we're working harder than ever. And also we're going to travel around a little bit, and we're going to stop at Motor Mile, and then towards the end of the year we have a big race up at Myrtle Beach that we're going to stop at. And what's exciting about this year is we have On the Run gas stations at convenience stores is joined on board a sponsorship with us, and also Gazoo Energy Drinks is one of the energy drinks On the Run came out with this year that we're going to be promoting all over. On the Run has 450 stores across the East, so it's going to be pretty cool to work with those guys. So I'm really excited for the 2011 season.
You raise a good point, and I want to interject one thing about the sponsorship from On the Run and Gazoo Energy Drink. From what I understand, and this is really a lesson that a lot of young aspiring drivers should really take note of. From what I understand, you were very nice to a gentleman who came essentially, out of nowhere with his couple daughters, and after some races at Old Dominion a few years ago, you let them sit in your Legends car, you signed autographs, and that man, his name is Joe Murphy. He's the franchise marketing manager for On the Run on the East Coast. He didn't forget that. I mean, you were very nice to him. I mean, at the time, I guess you would have been, about 16 years old, and he didn't forget that, the gentleness and the nice touch that you had with his daughters, and that really shows that if you're nice to people, it's going to pay dividends, and it certainly has paid off the dividends for you. So I commend you for being not only a good racer, but also a nice guy, because look what you got some great sponsorship now, too, as well, out of that.
It was really crazy how it worked out. I was every week after the races, I sign autographs for the fans. The fans come down, and I don't know, I have 30 to 40, even more kids than that sometimes, sitting in and getting out of the car, and I sign them, put their name on the card and everything. And I've been doing that since my first year in Legend Cars at Old Dominion. And what was really cool about that was Joe had walked down pit road. He had passed all the drivers. Now, we're the last driver on pit road. And he said he had gotten an autograph card or two all the way down, but nobody really came out and was grabbing the fans. And the kids kind of naturally, their names are Lauren and Morgan. I got to give them a shout-out. They're probably listening with Joe this morning. But they got down to the car, and I just did my normal thing, was talking to them. I sat them in the car and signed them their autographs and everything like that, and talked to Joe for a little bit. It's kind of crazy. I still remember his face from that night, and that was 3 years ago. But Here we go, 3 years from now. He was, I guess the company was looking for somebody to promote their brand, and he was talking with his kids, was like, hey, do you still have that autograph card that David... He couldn't remember my exact name, and he said, do you have that autograph card? And I go, yeah, and they pulled it out for him, and he went and he got contact with us, and it's pretty crazy. It feels like an honor to me that somebody still holds my autograph card after 3 years, like I meant something to them. So it's really cool how this whole deal has worked out. By the way, I got to put in my other sponsors here too while I'm on. Sundrop Citrus Soda has joined with On the Run. Also Sheehy Auto Stores. It's the Manassas auto store down here. We have 14 branches. Also Everett Farm Equipment, County Line Fuel, the Lawrence family, Austin Legends. Roger Austin, I really got to thank him. He's put a tremendous amount into my career. The guys who lettered my car, they did the full wrap on Extreme Graphics. And then, so I got a lot of sponsors from back home in New Jersey here. Dave Bond's Real Country, Mount Salem Electric. Got to thank my Nana and Pappy, and Napa and Flemington. They've done a lot for me over the years.
I've got to ask you, being from Jersey, I mean, you're a 19-year-old young man. I mean, you've got a great career ahead of you. But I've got to ask you, being from Jersey, were the Truex brothers any kind of a inspiration for you? Maybe Ray Evernham, he's from Jersey. I mean, anybody from your home state that's been either a mentor or a hero of yours, or somebody that's you've kind of trying to pattern yourself after?
I definitely looked at Martin Truex as one of the guys to follow his kind of path is through the local levels. I've looked up to guys like Mark McFarland and Denny Hamlin, who come from this area in Virginia, that have moved up through the ladder and actually did it basically all off of talent. And that's kind of the path I would like to take, similar to them. Of course, make it to the big level, the Sprint Cup, and hopefully race with guys like Jimmy Johnson and put up a fight, not just race with them. So, with this deal with On the Run, I think we got a chance to go there with these guys. They've helped us out tremendously already, and the season hasn't even started. So I'm really excited for that. A guy who I really looked up to was, of course, Dale Earnhardt. I watched him my entire career. A guy like that is just something I've always not necessarily modeled myself after, but you kind of look at him for driver-wise and also marketing-wise.
Exactly. Well, David, I appreciate you taking the time here, and you've got a great start to your career, and I know we're going to be talking a lot more about you in the years to come, and who knows, maybe 3, 4, 5 years from now, we may see you not only in the Nationwide Series, but maybe in the Cup Series. I mean, 19 years old, I know that's a pretty lot to handle, but I mean, we've seen a lot of young men your age. We've seen Joey Logano. He got into the Nationwide Series when he was, 18 or 19, I guess it was, and then, of course, we see what Trevor Bayne did at the age of 20 to win the Daytona 500. So you certainly have a lot of, you're in good company, and I wish you the best of luck in your career, and we definitely will be talking more with you and about you in the short and long-term future as well, too.
I hope so. I hope to be talking with you very soon throughout the year about our season and everything. And gotta give a shout out to the Old Dominion Speedway track staff. Gotta thank them, and everybody come on out to Old Dominion Speedway. It's going to be a really good year. We got 10-inch tires on the program, so a lot of rules changes to make Old Dominion the track to be at this year. So thanks for the conversation there, Jerry, and I really appreciate the good words, and I hope to talk to you soon.
My pleasure, David. That's David Polenz from Pattonburg, New Jersey. Now he's down in Virginia, racing at Old Dominion Speedway out in Manassas, Virginia. And at 19 years old, he has definitely got it going on. Got a great bunch of sponsors, and finished twice in the track standings the last 2 years. So he's definitely gunning for number 1 this year. We wish him the best of luck. That's David Polenz in the State Water Heater Short Track Spotlight, brought to you by State Water Heaters. Find out more.